Hi there, it's another tarot sesh. I'm the Can Astrologer. My name is Abby, and this is another reading for August 2025 for Cancer. Let's get into this, Cancer. Welcome back to my channel for all of my returning subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you smash that button right now. Like and share with anyone who you feel might resonate with this reading as well. You can have Cancer placements in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars as well. All right. Underneath the deck, we have correct your mistakes. So, Cancer, there could have been some things that you did in your past or in the previous that need to be corrected. This is definitely the time to reflect and do that. We're currently undergoing, I think there's like 4 retrogrades that are happening right now. And then we're in the middle of Lionsgate portal, which is perfect time for manifestation, but it's for all the right things. You need to correct your mistakes. This is going to help your karma. That helps you get ahead even further by going back and making good on what you've done wrong, okay? Especially also because we're undergoing Mercury retrograde right now. That deals with miscommunication, transportation, technology. Top of the deck, we've got choose friends wisely. I think in the past, you know, part of your mistakes had to do with the friends and the people that you chose to surround yourself with, Cancer. You know, so if you want to correct your mistakes, you need to choose your friends a lot more wiser and start taking advice. First off, before I even say take advice, you need to start listening to your own intuition. Hopefully it's the right kind, right? Sound advice, using discernment. And intuition this month is a huge, very, very distinct theme for across the boards for the general collective for this month. So choose your friends wisely and correct your mistakes. It could be, you know, things that you did to people or things that, situations, you know, things that you have to make good on, that kind of stuff. But it all has to do with the people that you... Do you hear that? That's funny. So that's clarification. It all has to do with the people that you kept around you. That was a clown horn. I'm not even kidding you. Circus horn. You were like a ringleader of a circus or something. It was like circus people around you. And that was clarification. Choose your friends wiser. So, for all of my returning subscribers, you guys know at the end of every year I do a predictions reading for all of the upcoming full moons. And then I journal everything, and then we go through it throughout the next year, each month, you know, for each sign. And so we're going to go through all of that at the very end of this and see how it aligns with what comes out in your reading for August 2025. The song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when I was getting the cards together is When the Levee Breaks by Led Zeppelin. And some of the lyrics are, crying won't help, praying won't do you no good. When the levee breaks, mama, you gotta move. And then it goes on to say, I'm going down now, I'm going down now. So what I messaged, what I channeled, you know, for this message was, someone is in too deep. The levee is about to break, or already has broken, and someone is going down for what was done and in the past because someone didn't have the right friends. They, you know, need to correct their mistakes. Behind that is build on solid ground. Oh my gosh, and behind that is admit your vulnerabilities and laugh at your demons. Now I'd say be careful about laughing at your demons, especially if you did some, you know, depending on what you did in the past. You definitely have to build on solid ground with someone, with something, with a situation by correcting your mistakes. Okay, let's get into this. So, like I said, we'll go over the prediction stuff at the end for the full moon this month. All right, Cancer. And also, what's funny, really, right before this reading, I wasn't even going to do your reading today, and then I got really hungry, and I had some crab salad in the refrigerator. And you guys are Cancer, the crab. I never have crab salad, but I had it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to have some crab salad. And I had it, and I felt better. I was like, I'm going to do the Cancer reading. So anyway, what do we have for Cancer? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. Cancer, please. August 2025. Somebody could be eating crab salad. That could be a sign, clarification that this message is meant for you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Leave it for the next person. Underneath the deck, we have Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. What else do we have for Cancer? Cancer placements. Oh, wow. Wow. Quite a bit. Okay, then we've got Wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something that you want. Okay. You have a couple messages here, so let's see what we have. Now, as I've said, especially with the Cancer readings in the past, you know, I read for the high vibe tribe. So if you're a cross watcher, this, you know, it's opposite of what's going on in your life. There's a reason for it. I know who I'm talking to. Okay, so we start out with Bouquet. Again, this has already happened in the past, and it's leading up to the message that we're going to dive into. So we have Bouquet, compliments from an admirer. So you could have been getting compliments from somebody. We have Hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Then we have Seahorse, family matters. I always think of a masculine when I think of this card. So you could be a masculine dealing with a masculine and family matters. Then we have Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. So you could have lost something, could have had to do with family matters. Could have been like a loss or death in the family. Then we have Archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. And then we have Needle and Thread, a sincere wish will be granted. So you got some kind of wish. Then you are waiting for news, package, or a letter. The Bird perched, you could have seen birds, or birds could be significant. Then we have Door, opportunities are waiting for you. They're waiting for you, you just have to go through them. That door to opportunity, or door of opportunity. And then we have Peacock, beware of great pride. That could be keeping you from something significant happening, or this is just serving as a warning, you know, not to go flaunting yourself too hard. Then we have April. The month of April could be significant. Somebody could be born in the month of April. You could have started a project in the month of April. It's just now coming to fruition. And then we've got Kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Some of you could be a mother or have a child or be a single parent. Has to do with protection of a child or something having to do with like that mother-like, kangaroo-like energy. So you have deep personal strength that assures success, but also someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something that you want. So let's see what this is, and also choose your friends wisely, because you have to correct some mistakes from the past. Let's get into the tarot for Cancer. What do we have for Cancer? And like, so when the levee breaks, like it was talking about a lot of rain, a lot of water. That's a lot of water energy. So this definitely is something that has been building up for quite some time. And it could be coming to like a culmination point before it breaks, explodes, gets exposed, bursts open. It could be like, you know, like a case being, I don't know, cracked wide open or something like that. Okay, let's get 3 cards. I'm using the Tattoo Tarot, and then we'll be clarifying it with the Meaning Tarot. Underneath the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. This is the underlying energy going into this. Aces are gifts from the universe. Cups are water energy, so that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and it's about emotions and feelings. This is Ace of Cups is a new relationship, or wanting a new relationship, wanting a new start, a new beginning with something that's going to make you happy and fulfill you, right? So let's get 3 cards for Cancer, please. First one is the Seven of Cups, so more water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. It's all about having options, lots of options. When you have lots of options, you have lots of opportunity. And when you have lots of opportunity, that can create illusions. Then you don't know what to choose. Somebody could have been tempted, tempted with illusions, because now they're stuck in their head with the Eight of Swords. Now, the thing with the Eight of Swords is once you're in your head, you can get out of your head also. You can get yourself out of that situation as easily as you got yourself into it. But you've been blinded by the illusions. Now you don't know what to choose. Do we even need clarification? What's coming in for Cancer? The Fool. Okay. So that's a brand new beginning. That's taking a leap of faith. Now, take a look at this card, though. She's sitting there sniffing the rose, you know, smelling the roses, but she's still blindfolded. She's still blinded by illusions. And there's a snake right there. So, you know, it's a really tricky, what is that phrase? Slippery slope. It's like a very slippery slope. You don't know if what you're choosing is going to be toxic and poisonous, or if it's going to be, you know, smelling like roses. Underneath the deck, we have the Hangman. So somebody's kind of stuck in suspension. They don't know which way to go or what to do. But you've put yourself in that situation. Maybe you put yourself there to look at things from a different perspective. Maybe the universe put you there as like a universal timeout to look at something in a different perspective. Either way, it's a spiritual card, spiritual message. But you're kind of in like a proverbial timeout at the moment. I haven't used that word in a while, proverbial. Okay, so let's clarify. What do we have for Cancer? What do we have for Cancer, please, for August 2025, full moon reading? It's the full sturgeon moon. I think it's on the 9th. I believe so. It's in Aquarius. Okay, energy going into this is Judgment. Okay, so Cancer, this could be court or some type of ruling or judgment regarding lawyers or legality, because we've got Judgment underneath the deck. We have Swords there. Somebody could be worried about going to like court or jail or having a judgment made against them. Answering the call to action creates new opportunity. This also could be awakening for someone. Somebody's realizing their purpose. They're having like a reckoning, a self-assessment, and also rejuvenation. Somebody could be having a coming to God. They could realize that, like, again, like someone is in too deep. They're realizing they're in hot water. They're realizing if they don't backtrack or here's the card, if they don't correct their mistakes, that levee is going to break and they're going to have to move. They'll be laughed out of town. They'll be, you know, they'll lose their business, lose their place, lose their face. Take it as it resonates. Okay, so let's get 3 cards for what is all this opportunity? What were these options, these illusions for Cancer in the past? What do we got for Cancer? First card, King of Swords. Now that could be a judge. Think things through from all perspectives. He's about precision and articulation and being truthful. He's cautious, controlled but determined. Could be a lawyer, could be an investigator. It's also Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. You could be dealing with that. What else with these 7 of Cups? We have the 9 of Pentacles. So I usually think that this is more of a feminine energy. This is, she's not a queen, but she's very she's like self-made. This is somebody who is very beautiful, luxurious. She grows her own garden, cooks her own food, you know. She's accomplished. And like, she's very, she's about luxury and satisfaction, but also self-care. She knows how to take care of herself. That could be a completely different person, feminine energy, somebody that this King of Swords maybe is dealing with or looking at. Okay, what else? It's Virgo energy. Okay, you had 2 cards that, wow. You had 2 cards that just flipped out. And I was saying, okay, wow. Yeah, somebody really has a fear of some kind of chaos or destruction, or this happened in the past. We've got Scorpio energy. This is the Tower card. This talks about destruction, chaos, something crumbling to its foundation. And then we've got 9 of Swords. This is about worry, fear, sleepless nights. This is about nightmares. Worrying changes nothing. You need to decide your next steps. Correct your mistakes. Always expect the unexpected. And that's why somebody is fearing jail. That's why somebody is fearing this judgment in court. Because it goes into this, goes into that energy. Because somebody had bad friends. They were being led by bad, bad advice. And yeah, they were confused, blinded. There's that blindfold again. They couldn't make the right choice. They were trying to use, every other sense about them, but, what else can I say? So what is the 8 of Swords? What is the 8 of Swords for Cancer? Okay, that fell in reverse. Oh, the 10 of Pentacles, yeah. Someone has problems with finance. It's insecurity, failure, slothfulness, dullness of mind, instability. They're not stable. Finances could have taken a hit. What else? So the Knight of Pentacles, that's the slowest moving knight in the deck. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Now this is somebody who's, conservative, methodical, but still dull. It's dull energy. They're dependable and patient and clever, efficient and responsible. They just take forever. They take their good old time. There could be something that you're working on. Could have been taking a long time to get there. Maybe it's not there yet. I mean, I don't see the money coming through because there's problems with this. Somebody could have planned to like get money and it was like a methodical approach, and now there's some kind of a standstill. That Hanged Man energy. What else for the 8 of Swords? Cancer, August. Okay, 2 cards came out together. So this is regarding a Queen of Cups and Hermit energy. So Virgo and, I mean, this could be you, Cancer. Queen of Cups. Being open to receive the healing and nurturing that you need while you're in the Hermit energy. Somebody has had to like go through a dark night of the soul. Somebody's like going within and, kind of confronting their demons. All life's answers are within you. Yeah. They're realizing like I was saying, someone is kind of like, they realize they're in too deep. They are having kind of like a coming to God. And realizing that, they have to correct their mistakes. They need to make some changes. Maybe it's choosing their friends wisely, better. Maybe it's getting rid of people that you don't need around you. Take it as it resonates. What's the Fool? Taking a leap of faith. What's the Fool for a Cancer coming up? Wow. 2 of Cups. So this is taking a chance, taking a leap of faith towards a partnership. This does not have to be romance. It can be business. Okay? It could be masculine, feminine. It could be feminine, feminine. It doesn't matter. 7:10 on the clock. Cannabis community knows what that means. So July 10th also could have been significant. But this is Cancer energy. Open your heart and receive love from others. So it's about balancing something, balancing emotions and feelings. Partnership, harmony, equality. It's balance. Correcting something, right? What is the Fool with the 2 of Cups? What's the Fool with the 2 of Cups? The 8 of Cups. So somebody's walking away. When you walk, or when you walk away from something, you walk towards something else. So maybe there's an offer made, somebody's offering a cup, and somebody's not accepting it, or they're walking away from it. Or for some of you, this could be somebody walked away from something, and this is, you know, they're walking towards to accept this. But regardless, you have to make your decision and then take action with confidence. So maybe you do or you don't accept this. Or maybe you offer this and it is or isn't accepted. You have to make the decision and deal with it, right? It's about taking action. It's about change. And then we've got the Death card, Scorpio energy. So this is about transformation, change. Okay? Growth always means leaving something behind. So yeah, somebody is moving on. Maybe a partnership is offered, but somebody is moving on and leaving something behind. And that's in order to transform. It's ending a cycle. It's transmutation. It's time and necessary change. Underneath the deck, we have the Seven of Cups again. So it starts again and ends again with the Seven of Cups. So it's like once you end a cycle, you're back to the drawing board, right? You've got more options. You've got more opportunity. This time, are you going to choose wisely? This time, are you going to do the right thing? Take it as it resonates. That's what somebody's thinking about. They also could be thinking about where they went wrong. You know, what was it that they chose that created this in the first place? I think it goes back to choosing their friends wisely, making the right decisions. Okay, so let's move on and get our Witch's Kitchen Oracle. What do we got for Cancer, please? Yeah, I feel like somebody's like really doing some major reflecting with all that water energy, that levy, right? Realizing, oh shit, what have I created? What have I done? And now they want to go back and offer an apology, but is it too late? Maybe that's what I should title this, but is it too late? Yeah, because they want to soothe the situation with the aloe vera plant. Aloe vera could be significant. Somebody could grow aloe vera, have a lot of aloe plants. Aloe vera goes all the way back to Egyptian culture. Cleopatra used to wear it on her face daily. That's what kept her looking young. But it's to soothe things like sunburn and skin ailments, and you know, it's like on the outside of things, to smooth something over on the outside of things. But what about the inside? What about what really created the core of what really created the issue or the problem that we're dealing with right now, right? And then we have Nutmeg, luck. Now this could be your lucky day. You could be asking for luck, wishing for some luck. Nutmeg, you could use it in cooking, baking, sprinkle it in your coffee, but that could help you bring in some luck. And maybe potentially even soothe the situation. All right, last but not least, before we get into the predictions from the end of the year and see how that resonates with this reading, this is our Black Moon Astrology. What do we got? What is our Black Moon Astrology all about for Cancer? August 2025. You know what? It's funny because I'm like, this is a little spicy, and then I realized it was spicy crab salad. You guys have a little bit of a spicy read this time. Underneath the deck, we've got Venus, love, number 4. Now, this could have been a love situation. You know, also this could be dealing with self-love or lack thereof and why this situation even happened in the first place. Yep, I'm hearing yep, yep. That's what I'm hearing. Yep, yep. So Venus is like Libra energy. This could be somebody with strong Libra placements or a Libra themselves. Somebody who's very beautiful, somebody who loves themselves. This could be you or the other person. Take it as it resonates. This could be about love, you know. And then top of the deck, we've got 10th house, the world, number 34. So this is about worldly possessions, worldly ideas, concepts, world love. Where's my book? So 34, somebody could be 34 years old. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 7 is about defending yourself, morals, ethics, beliefs, values, goals. It's about opportunities. It's also about deceit and betrayal, and opportunity, you know, but also illusions. So 10th house of the world, the desire for some, or the desire for fame tempts even noble minds. St. Augustine, the city of God. So 10th house is the world. It's the fame in the world at large. In astrology, the 10th house, which is at the top of the zodiac, embodies the masculine principle and represents the father or primary male influence, or at least a very powerful, influential man. It can also represent a man and a woman's life. Because the 10th house opposes the 4th house, it can sometimes represent the woman or the mother in your life. But mostly, the 10th house stands for reputation and standing. So this is an ambitious card. It's about owning the world and being on top of the world. It's the ultimate card to have for when you need to be confident in what you're doing and go for what you want and nothing less. So it's card of Capricorn. If this card comes up, it can sometimes mean playing along with the status quo to get ahead. It can also be to do with paying your dues, grabbing what you can, and taking advantage of a situation. This card suggests how high you can go in this lifetime, or at least concerning the issue at hand. But it also represents Earth. So while it can represent, you know, getting everything that you want and playing the cards, the grounding energy of Earth can also mean you reap what you sow. So with the 10th house card, you get back what you give. And if you've done bad things, if you've put bad stuff out there, bad karma, we're also in Saturn return right now and Mercury retrograde. Are you kidding me? At the same time. And so it's like, it's the energy of you reap what you sow. Very 10th house energy. So it's like the higher you rise, the farther you can fall. This card in brief is about power, your position of power, and how you're thrust into it. Reigning powers, influential people. I think Taurus had this reading too. But it's life's calling and what you have to do. Career, the mother, the father, glory, reputation, and fame. But have you nurtured that correctly? Have you nurtured it with love? You know? Cancer, have you? So that's where I'm going to leave that at for August 2025. Now let's see what we can compare that to with the predictions. So like I said, August 9th at 12:55 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, that's on a Saturday, is the full moon in Aquarius. That's also known as the Sturgeon full moon. We're going to have the end of Mercury retrograde on August 11th, the end of the end of Lionsgate Portal on the 12th. Then on August 23rd, we have the new moon in Virgo. So that's, again, feelings of like, I can't think of the word. Safety. Sorry. I'm like, what? Feelings of safety, clarity, and structure. So the cards that we pulled for August is the Page of Pentacles. This is like an idea, or it could potentially even be like a job or some kind of opportunity. Somebody could be bringing forth an idea or something to you. Pages are messengers, usually younger energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Then we've got sharing of yourself, the zebra. There was a zebra on the card. So sharing of yourself, this is sharing your resources, sharing your ideas, sharing your feelings, sharing anything that helps another person with good intent. And there was a zebra on the card. It comes into play in a second. So then the next card we pulled was number 41, Queen of the Moon, sovereignty, but also intuition. Sovereignty is about intuition, using your intuition. Major theme for this month across the boards for the general collective. Okay, plus, so somebody could be 41 years old, but also 4 plus 1 equals 5. Fives are important. 5 means change of direction. The next card that we pulled, completely different deck, was card number 5, Blue Lotus, which stands for also intuition. Okay, so again, you have to use your intuition, your own discernment, your own judgment. Make your own judgments. Don't use what the people, the friends that you have been surrounding yourself with, they're probably like yes men or yes women, telling you what you want to hear, what they think you want to hear. You need to know what you need to hear. Okay, and so you need to correct your mistakes, choose your friends more wisely, and start making changes, okay, by using your intuition. Then we've got the new moon in Capricorn. Step up and lead. Be a leader. Start listening to yourself, to your better judgment, yourself, and step up and lead. Gosh darn it, right? Do the damn thing. Do what you should have done a long time ago. Do the right freaking thing. Just do it. You might piss off people around you, but who effing cares if you're the boss, right, of your own life? So the next card is Zebra. It was the Crystal Oracle, and it was a zebra stone. So zebras could be significant. Somebody could have gone on a safari, seen a zebra, gone to the zoo. Zebras, I don't know, somebody might like zebras, but zebra stone, it's all about balance. Big theme for this month, balancing things out, balance. Black and white, yin and yang, right? Then I started playing with Astro Dice at the end of last year, based on the 3 main principles of astrology. So I rolled South Node, Aries, and 7th house. When you combine those 3 things, those 3 elements, it means survival of the fittest while adapting to change. You're not going to survive if you don't adapt to change. So it's more like rolling with the punches, not kicking and screaming, you know, with the things that are thrown at you. But also, you know, making sure that you're keeping yourself healthy and motivated, and that you're able to, you know, go with the flow. So survival of the fittest. So, and that's what it all boils down to. So that's where I'm going to leave you at, Cancer. I hope this brought you clarity, answer, and insight. And if it did, drop a comment in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading, I have all of that information in the description below this video as well. And as you know, it's together we grow. I always love sharing this time and energy with you. Make sure that you also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars signs too for additional messages. And I hope you have a fantastic August. I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace, Cancer.